All right, moving forward now, of course, as Kenya joined the world in marking this year's Food Day, we'll be bringing you that story shortly. But first, we want to cross over to Brenda Kerubo in Mombasa, and she's going to be giving us the latest update on the SACCA Congress Day 2. Over to you, Brenda.
Good afternoon, Malika. Of course, we're coming to you live from Mombasa County, where incidentally it has been raining since yesterday night. It's very wet, it's very muddy, but inside it's very hot and discussions are all heated up. Of course, you're talking about credit unions, you're talking about saccos, and you're also talking about cooperatives. Malika, about 40 years ago, if you are a woman, it was extremely difficult for you to access finance in a financial institutions. Now, it would have required you to either provide supporting documents from your husband so that you can take it to the bank manager and then you would henceforth get a bank loan. But times have changed and over the years it has evolved. Specifically in Kenya, now we have chamas. These specific informal cooperatives have been used to empower women not only to buy utensils like we all know, but also pay for education for their children and also start their business. Someone who is very familiar in these specific ventures and also chamas, how they've grown right across Africa, is a representative in the wider African region. And now she joins me for more. Just talk to us a little bit about how the saccos and the credit unions and these specific just platforms have empowered women over the years.
Thank you very much. It has been such a long journey, a transformational journey, walking from the early 60s, the early 90s, when women used to struggle, especially with lack of confidence, lack of collateral and eco-platforms in the industry. And we have seen this journey of transforming women, empowering women, start from saccos, because like you said, it used to be that women wouldn't even find anything to do with getting loans because they didn't have collateral. But these days, women are empowered. They can go to financial institutions. They can borrow money from these financial institutions because, one, they have built the capacity of women. Women are trusted. From history, it is on record. Women, when they borrow, they are better borrowers, they are better payers, they pay better than men. But also we have done some good job in bringing these women together, encouraging them, empowering them to believe in themselves, because one of the key issues that was affecting us as women is we were not believing in us, in ourselves. And also we lacked social support from our fellow women and the men as a whole, as general. But now things have changed. We have men who are advocating for women empowerment. We have seen different programs, government programs, different international organizations are coming in to support us to make sure that we empower women. And in that regard, we have also a network of women leaders in cooperatives, just with that objective of empowering women to be equal contributors in the industry.
Just talk to us a little bit about exactly how do these saccos operate. You know, because women can save even as little as, would say in Kenya shillings, 10 shillings, all the way to large amounts of money. How exactly do they work and how have they helped women practically?
When some saccos, some cooperatives, they have women groups, they come together and serve as groups. But also now it is very easy for a woman to walk to a sacco and open an account and manage the account and borrow on their own accounts without even having to have a signature from a man. I think that is empowerment because we are building our confidence in these women. And women are exposed just like men are. They have jobs, they have economic activities which they are working on, and It all comes back to the economy and the empowerment of governments and other institutions.
Let's talk about what they use the money for. We do know that they are investing and, spend it on buying utensils, cutlery, spend it on education. But what are some of the peculiar or interesting ways that women use this specific savings for?
Generally, when a woman earns money or makes money, they spend it on family. I would say they spend it on family. Most of us spend money on family, children, school fees, utensils. A man will think of a saucepan after they have bought a plot, but you need a saucepan to cook the food so that the family's health is promoted. So I'll think of a saucepan, I'll think of a cooker, I'll think of these utensils that help in a home. However, with economic liberation of women, we also think about big assets. We invest in other assets, not only that. But I would say that education, but also some people think that women buy shoes. I don't subscribe to that because, yeah, it's not bad to buy shoes. I need the shoe, but usually they buy the shoe out of the surplus. When the child has gone to school, yeah, the child goes to school and then they buy the shoe. They will not buy the shoe before a child goes to school.
There you go. But also, Malika, we do know that these specific platforms are also used for technical know-how. We have a lot of international institutions that partner with these saccos, with these chamas, and they teach them how to do business. They teach them how to become entrepreneurs. And someone who's more familiar with this, we are joined by someone from Canada who give us more insights in relation to this. So tell us, exactly how many women have you helped so far, and what exactly do you teach them?
We have several programs. The one that we're talking about is the Women Mentorship Program. So I don't know the exact numbers, but more than 350 for the moment. It's a program that exists for 17 years now. What happens is that we have women who are in the saccos, they are business leaders. They go to Canada, they stay a week in my office. Well, not mine personally, but in the office we have. And they meet with specialists from Canada there, and then they go work in a credit union for 3 weeks. And when they come back in Africa, they are empowered. They usually raise high in the hierarchy of the saccos. So it's a great tool. It's a great way for women to become much more involved in the decision-making process inside those saccos.
Great, definitely very interesting. So there you go, Malika. Very interesting insights coming here from the SACCA Forum in terms of how women are being empowered, in terms of the technology, know-how transfer. I mean, it's quite interesting what is going on over here. But the question is to you, Malika, what would you spend the chama money on? Would you buy shoes first, a plot first, or even start a new business altogether, Malika?
Thank you so much, Brenda Kirube, there coming to us from the SACCA Congress, asking me very pertinent questions. What would I say, what would I spend on first? The shoes, the plot, or just opening a new business? I think the last idea makes all the sense to me in the world, opening my own business. And something very interesting that the lady you were speaking to said, you need a saucepan before the plot. So thank you for all those insights coming in from there. Women obviously being empowered through a